In the ancient world, the dead were never truly silent. Beneath the earth, in graves and wells across the Greco-Roman Empire, thousands of thin lead tablets carried desperate pleas into the darkness. These were defixiones, curse tablets, and they reveal a terrifying truth. Our ancestors believed they could weaponize the dead against the living. From the 5th century BCE to the 5th century CE, over 1,500 of these tablets have been discovered, stretching from Britain to North Africa, from Syria to Spain, each one inscribed with curses, binding spells, and invocations to underworld deities. This wasn't superstition. This was systematic necromantic communication, a dark philosophy that treated death not as an ending, but as a doorway to power. The philosophy behind curse tablets was brutally simple. The dead are restless, hostile toward the living, and therefore perfect agents of vengeance. Ancient practitioners called upon the nekodaimones, spirits of those who died before their time, violent deaths, untimely deaths. These spirits were believed to harbor rage against the world of the living, making them ideal servants for malicious intent. But the tablets weren't just messages to angry ghosts. They were contracts with the gods of the underworld themselves. Hecate, goddess of witchcraft and crossroads; Persephone, queen of the dead; Pluto, lord of the underworld; Hermes, in his chthonic aspect, guide of souls. The tablets addressed these deities directly, commanding them to bind, incapacitate, or destroy the victim. The word defixio comes from the Latin meaning to pierce and bind. The Greek term katadesmos means to bind down. This wasn't metaphorical. After inscribing the victim's name and curse formula onto the lead sheet, practitioners would physically fold or roll the tablet, then pierce it with iron nails. The act of piercing symbolically pinned the victim's soul, rendering them powerless. Then came the burial. Curse tablets were deposited in graves, especially those of the young or violently killed, whose spirits were thought most volatile. They were thrown into wells and springs, subterranean conduits to the underworld. They were hidden in underground sanctuaries or nailed to temple walls. Every location served as a spatial gateway, carrying the curse from the world of the living into the realm of the dead. The philosophy underlying these practices reveals something profound about ancient world views. The Greeks and Romans didn't see a hard boundary between life and death. The underworld wasn't distant. It was beneath your feet. The dead weren't gone. They were listening. And with the right ritual, the right words, the right offering, you could make them act. Curse tablets were used in moments of extreme anxiety, legal battles, business rivalries, athletic competitions, romantic jealousy. When conventional means failed, when justice seemed impossible, people turned to the dead. Some tablets were written by amateurs, ordinary citizens driven to desperation. Others show the careful handwriting of professional curse writers, ritual specialists who sold their services like any other trade. One Romano-British tablet from the Temple of Nodens invokes illness upon a suspected thief. An Athenian tablet from 375 BCE, found in the cremated remains of a young girl, attacks male-female couples with binding curses. Another, written backwards to increase its potency, labels its victim as putrid gore. These weren't idle threats. They were acts of spiritual warfare. The evolution of curse tablet philosophy continued through the Middle Ages, where necromancy became increasingly associated with demonic pacts and forbidden knowledge. The Church condemned these practices, yet clergy secretly preserved and developed them, blurring the line between prayer and curse, between divine petition and dark magic. What makes curse tablets so disturbing isn't just their malicious intent, it's their intimacy. These tablets name real people, describe real grievances, reveal real desperation. They show us that when pushed to the edge, humans have always sought power in the darkness, communication with forces beyond death, bargains with entities that dwell in shadow. The dead were never meant to rest peacefully. They were meant to serve.